afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. I'm Sheila. Now, I'm going to talk about the design of substantive procedures related to the question 12.24 Part B. Then, let's look at the question first. Part B, discuss any special considerations in relation to the audit procedures that should be performed in auditing debtors and creditors. So first, as we already go through the question, then we move the first part is to determine detection risk. As we already mentioned in the Part A, the audit risk equals to the product of the three risks, that is the inherent risk, control risk, and detection risk. So the already mentioned in the question, the inherent risk and control risk is low, so the acceptable level of detection risk is high. So relatively less evidence needs to be collected by the substantive audit procedures. Then we should design the substantive procedures. So we know that there are three types of procedures. The first one is analytical procedures. So here we should review the understanding of the entity or industry, because this process may be done in the previous period or in the period before the start of the analytical procedure. So we have to review the understanding of the entity. Then we should identify absolute changes in accounts between current year and previous years. Then we should use the ratios and trends such as gross profit and average collection period. For the gross profit, if it is more than expected, it may indicate that the sales may be overstated or the purchase may be understated. So the balance of accounts receivable may be overstated or the balance of accounts payable may be understated. So for the average collection period, if it increases, so this may indicate that there may be problems in collecting receivables. Then the second procedure is the test of details of transactions. So we know that there are two types. First one is vouching and second one is tracing. Vouching a sample of individual debits and credits in the customer or supplier accounts to the journal entries and supporting documents. So here it is from the accounting records to the supporting documents. And then for tracing data from source documents and journals to entries in customer or supplier accounts. So here it is from the source documents to the accounting records. Here we should notice that the sample size should be small, because as mentioned in the description for the question that the auditor intended to limit the audit fees, so the sample size should be small. Then the third test is the test of details balances. Here the test of details balances are the main ways of collecting evidence for the balances that make up the balance sheet. So here that is accounts receivable and account payable. So for auditing debtors and creditors, the test of details of balances are very important. And here we should determine that the closing balances in the individual customer or supply accounts add up to the control account balances. Actually, in this part, the confirmation process is very important. It's the most important part of the test of details balances. However, in this case, the confirmation is planned to be omitted because it is expensive and time-consuming. So I think as long as the evidence collected from the other audit procedures is enough for us to reach the acceptable level of audit risk, then the confirmation process may be reduced or eliminated. So that's all my answer. Thank you for listening. Thank you.